Okay, guys, this is page 153 in your textbook. In class today, we did numbers 1, 2, and 3, and for homework, you're to try 4, 5, and 6. So for my absent friends, hopefully this will help you out with numbers 1, 2, and 3. And for those of you who are in class today, use this as a review. So using our mixed numbers, our skills with our mixed numbers, we're going to try and solve these word problems. So number 1, the produce manager receives 5 containers of green beans, each weighing 7 pounds. She divides the total amount of green beans into 3 equal weight portions. What is the weight of the beans in each portion? So your job is to read everything carefully, and if you have to draw pictures, draw pictures. If you need to draw a bar model, that is very helpful as well. So I'm just going to draw a picture on this one. So the produce manager, the guy in the fruit and vegetable aisle in the supermarket, he receives the 5 containers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he receives 5 containers of green beans. Each of those containers weighs 7 pounds. Gosh, how many pounds of green beans do we have? Well, I have 5 containers, each with 7 pounds. So 5 times 7 is 35. I've got 35 pounds of green beans. Okay, so that's good. Then what she does is she is going to take those 35 pounds and she's going to divide the total amount of these green beans, which is 35 pounds, into 3 equal weight portions. Portions, it might be a plateful, it might be a basketful, but they're going to be equal weight. So I've got 35 pounds of green beans that I'm going to divide into 3 equal weight proportions. So I have 35 divided by 3. Looks just like this. 35 divided by 3, or 35 thirds. So I need to divide that to figure out how many equal portions. I'm going to put this down here. So 35 divided by 3. And now a room up there. How many 3s are in 3? 1. Subtract that. And down to 5. How many 3s are in 5? There are 1. Instead of a remainder of 2, remember you were working with fractions, so 11 and 2/3. So your answer, and you need to write a statement sentence, what is the weight of the beans in each portion? The weight of the beans in each portion is 11 and 2/3 pounds. So there's your review for number 1. So let's take a look at number 2. Nisha spent 1/4 of her money on Monday and 7/10 of it on Tuesday. What fraction of her money did Nisha spend during the 2 days? All right, so I'm going to draw a bar for this. I'm going to draw a bar model. Let's see, so she spent 1/4 of her money on Monday, and then she spent 7/10 of it on Tuesday. What fraction of her money did Nisha spend during the 2 days? So 1/4 on Monday, 7/10 on Tuesday, so I'm going to add them. 1/4 plus 7/10, and again, sorry about squishing this on this paper. The best I can do. Common denominator is going to be 20. 10 times 2 is 20. 7 times 2 is 14. 4 times 5 is 20, so then 1 times 5 is 5. And 5/20 plus 14/20 is 19/20. So you will write a statement sentence, and you would write that Nisha spent 19/20 of her money in 2 days. So number 3 is going to be a little tricky. So we have Lee drank 1 2/3 quarts of water today. He drank 2/5 quart less water than Sarita. How many quarts of water did Sarita drink today? All right, so let's write down, we're going to draw a bar model, and the reason I am is because he drank 2/5 quart less. And this is the key word. If you see less or more, chances are it's going to be a really good idea to create a bar model. So Lee drank 1 2/3 quarts of water. So this is Lee here. He drank 1 2/3 quarts of water. But he drank 2/5 quarts less than Sarita, which means Sarita had to have drank more water than he did. So this is Sarita. So she drank more. How much more? Well, 2/5. So let's look at this again. Lee drank 1 2/3 quarts of water. Oh, there it is right here. Today. And he drank 2/5 quarts less water than Sarita, which means Sarita drank more water than he did, and 2/5 more, because it's telling us he drank 2/5 less. It sounds confusing. All right, so with this information, 1 2/3 and 2/5, I'm able to figure out how much water Sarita drank. So 1 2/3 plus 2/5, and we have a common denominator of 15. 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 5 is 15, 2 times 5 is 10, 10 15ths plus 6 15ths is 16 15ths, and 1 plus nothing is 1. But we have an improper fraction here. So let's turn this into a mixed number. How many 15s are in 16? 1. And 16 take out 15 is 1. Remainder 1, so 1 and 1/15. So 1 and 1/15 plus the 1 equals 2 and 1/15. So Sarita drank, in the ready statement sentence, 2 and 1/15 quarts of water today.